Hey there, my name is Salty, and I am one of, if not the best Encho players as of current, and I see a lot of people not using this style to its full potential, so I wanted to make a guide so others can learn. Just to get it out of the way, I think the optimal point spread for Encho is 2 speed, 4 strength, and 0 range. Realistically, you can choose where the 2 points not in the strength category go, but I prefer to put them in speed category because the range upgrades do not increase vertical reach. Anyone who has used or played against Encho knows that he has an extra vertical reach compared to every other style. And if you pair that with the gravity from the strength category, it allows you to hit angles that other styles are not able to from heights that you could never imagine. This launcher is at 18 studs off the ground, and if Sonic hits from one corner of the net to the other with a full S tilt, it'll just barely go in. But if you get it 19 studs, which is about exactly as high as he can reach, it will go out. But Encho, you can get the ball launcher up to 21 studs off the ground, and Encho will still be able to hit it inside the court. Continuing off the topic of hitting height, you probably also know Encho has a TSH-like spike in the same way Ronin had the TSO spike in the center of mass. For comparison of this, Ronin can only get the TSO spike around 16 studs off the ground, but with some tech on Encho, you can get the boom spike up to 20 studs and reach up to 21 studs in the air with normal spikes. The best way I found to implement this into my gameplay is to hold forward tilt and right before spiking, releasing to neutral tilt. This allowed me to get up to those 20 studs in the air compared to the normally you can only get the boom spike up to 18 studs, which either way, this is insane because you cannot hit out the back of the court with the boom spike unless you are around the back line of the court or slightly behind that. In order to do this tech, you do not need a macro, but some people may like to use one just because it's easier for them. Here is the macros options I have found to work. The first of these options is to have the macro hold the tilt for you and do the spike, versus the second one will only spike the ball for you, so you get to choose when it happens. The main way you want to score in 6v6 is abusing the extra vertical reach that Encho has to beat out blockers and throw off people's positioning. Most people in this game, instead of using things like partials, more rely on the height of the ball to regulate their tempo of when things will happen. Like, blockers will jump at a specific height to block the ball, or people in the back row will move to mid-long, but only once the ball is at a specific height. When you are hitting the ball from a higher point in the air, or waiting to give them time to move to the spot they think they should be in, you can punish them for making what would be the right move if you chose a different option. Across the last month while playing Encho in the opposite hitter position, I've noticed certain spots that are highlighted in green that are more open than others, namely mid-long, the opposite corner, and under the blocker's feet, depending who the blocker is. The yellow boxes are awkward spots to react for the hitters, ideally to condition them to play further back. Followed by the orange boxes, which are spots you should be aiming after you have conditioned players into positioning differently than they should. The red sections are places I would not suggest aiming almost ever because it's just really easy for them to wreck. For the most part in twos, you just want to punish people who are too close or too far from the net without giving them the option to set block or fish your spikes. It's very similar to how other styles play. It's just you want to abuse the extra reach and gravity you have on the spikes while also mixing things up every option that you get. If you wish to start your 6v6 journey or get better at 2v2, join SharkQ. We are the largest queue server in North America with over 1,400 members, monthly prize pool of 3,500 Robux, weekly drafts, and we have many content creators participating every day.